Geminis are ultimately having to become a new emotional state. So you are to become a new emotional state. And that's the thing. A lot of Geminis don't pay attention to the emotional. They just want to live in the mind. But it's like that's 1/12 of you. That'd be like living in your big toe and not living in the rest of you. So Geminis are becoming an emotional state. If you don't know what emotional state you are right now, so if you're watching Gemini and you can't tell me what your emotional state is, you have missed the boat. Go back and repeat as much as you can. So without knowing your emotional state, remember, the thought is electric. Emotion is magnetic. So if you're not including the magnetic, you're only creating electrical waves. Electrical waves just shock people. They don't do much. They have to be moved by the magnetism, the emotion. So if you're not an incorporation of your feelings and your thoughts, you are junior as far as the scale of what's possible. Also, your thoughts have no guidance. They're just off on rogue and doing what they want. They don't have anything to ground them and to bring them into some sort of a certainty and connection to Earth. So you're becoming an emotional being. That's the new era of Gemini. Geminis are aware of their feelings. I'm not saying all Geminis, by the way. I'm saying some. But Pluto at 29 says, until you become emotional and be aware of your emotional state, as who you are is an emotional state with an intellectual idea, then you will not change your life and you will not move to the next grade, whatever you happen to be. You just will not move forward. Pluto 29 means, Gemini didn't go through the transformation. Remember, 29 is how you respond to your feelings. So if you don't become an emotional being, how are you going to respond to it, right? So you will become and you'll transform your life as a result. Now, the sun in Libra says, now you must create a we with your heart. So this marriage must include your inner child. Your inner child must be included into the we. And, Geminis are fun. They'll bounce in their inner child and they'll bounce out, they'll bounce into being, very authoritative, then they'll bounce to be like a sweet little feather. I see the heart come and go with Geminis. I don't see it as a constant. Very few Geminis do I feel their heart continually all the time. The universe is saying your marriage must be like to your heart. It must be married to your heart. Just as Tauruses must be married to the moment. Just like Aries must be married to themselves. If we don't have these marriages in place, we are not we are I. Okay, so you must be married to your heart at all times. Do not think anything, no thought or word should go out of your mouth that hasn't been approved by your heart, period. If you're not, you are not enlightened. You are in shadow, so to speak. Now, the Earth in Aries, where the I has to do with your place in society. You let your ego take over because you are overly concerned in how you compare to others in the world. Your comparison to others in the world is natural, being a Gemini, always comparing one thought to another, one thing to another, one twin to another. Yes, it's natural that you compare yourself to others in the world. But do you compare your we version of yourself to the world or your I version of yourself to the world? Your I version is the part that only the world has seen. The we is the part of you that you hide very well from the world. So what the I is saying is you must show up as the multidimensional, multifaceted, what appears to be schizophrenic version of yourself. That must be who you present in the world. And then your I in the world will be a greater I. So becoming the we in the world, and that we means you are a representative of your heart, not just a representative of your intellect.
It's serious joy, joy, joy.